Hey everybody, this is John from Voltage Shield, and today I'm going to be doing an audit of a electrician business in Dallas, Texas. The purpose of this is to help everybody in the community maximize the potential of their digital presence. So this isn't about tearing anybody down, this is about showing opportunities and helping electricians and their businesses get more visibility inside of Google. Alright, so here I am in Google. I'm going to do an electrician search in Dallas. All right, and so we can see here, this is the local pack. The top 3 businesses get exponentially more engagement than anything below them. So that's where you want to show. You want to be 1 through 3 in the rankings, and we'll see for this business that we analyze where they show up. So we are going to get to the second page of results, and we are looking for, here we go, Electrical Work. All right, and we're going to open up the knowledge panel from their Google business profile. And we're just going to take a quick look at it, do a little bit of an audit, see how they're doing. They've got 107 photos. That's awesome. That's a opportunity that a lot of businesses don't use, but that Google considers to be a good ranking signal. They have done a good job setting this up. They've got their website, they've got directions, you can call them. They've got 79 5-star reviews, which is excellent. Let's go ahead and jump over to their website and see what that looks like. So just on their homepage, I really like this video actually. It's very relatable, and it shows who they are and what they look like in the home. They say they do residential and commercial services, and one thing I really like is that they have a lot of reviews here. Okay, in terms of opportunity, I would love to see the company's phone number up here. As a consumer, I just want to be able to dial the number. And the call or text us, let's see if we actually click on it and see what it does. It wants me to open FaceTime. I don't want to FaceTime with anybody. And I just want to call them. And so I think the number is just maybe one of the biggest opportunities that's missing from this page, and something that I would highly recommend that this business implement immediately. All right, we got some cookies here, which I'm not going to dismiss. There's a couple missed opportunities here, I think, on the homepage. I would love to see a better explanation of the type of services that they offer. I think that there's a lot of really good content that they could put on the page that would help them rank in local search. And it would just be good information for customers. The other thing I would love to see is, because this is a local business to Dallas and Mesquite, I don't see an address anywhere. Typically, we look for the address in the footer. And if I'm searching in Mesquite and I don't see that, I might not think that this is a local business. And so if we go to services, I don't see it. If we go to projects, I also don't see it. Promotions, I'm not sure it's here. Really, I have to go into the About Us page even to find the phone number. That's the first place where I actually see it, where I can call it. This should be on every single page of the website. Even the address here could be more specific, could be actually their street address. And this should also be on every single page of the website. But other than that, I really like their branding. The logo, the image quality could be saved as a higher resolution, and I think it would just look a little more crisp and professional. But I do like the logo a lot. And a lot of great things going on here for this business. I set up a kind of a custom GPT, an AI that analyzes the basics of the SEO of the website. So I will just type in the website, and we'll kind of speed through this. Essentially what this does is it just scrapes the website and looks for some kind of baseline SEO metrics. If you don't have them, Google dings you. If you do have them, they're kind of just table stakes. You're not going to show up well without these things being there. So that's what this is doing. Just some things to call out. The metadata, I think, could be better. There's some technical things like a sitemap could be present. Their robots.txt could be built out a little bit. I think some of their images don't have alt tags. Again, this is kind of just table stake stuff that needs to be there. It's not going to propel you, but it is going to set the foundation for you to do better in search. So the next thing I'll do is I'll go into my SEO tool, and I'll go to the area called organic keywords. And these are keywords that this business is ranking for. And one great thing about them is that they are ranking for Electrician, Dallas, Texas. So that's awesome. That's something that this business could build on. You can see right here that their position is 53. That means they're the 53rd result. So, I mean, that's probably like page 3 or 4. But that's okay because we can take this and we can build on it. And they're not talking about Mesquite, which is interesting. That's where they're located. This is in Dallas, which is a much bigger market. So if they can build this and start ranking for it, they have a huge opportunity to expand their market and just to get a more consistent flow of leads coming in. So the next thing I'm going to do in this audit is look at a grid result for their local search. And so we've already seen that, like, when I search for electricians in Dallas, like, they're result number 20, and that's okay, but it's good to know for the entire area where they come up. So let me show you what that looks like. So I've got here keyword search for electrician here, and this is showing me a 5 to 10 mile grid of the results inside of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So you can see here that they're actually showing up number 1 for where they are located in Mesquite. So that's fantastic. They're showing up a little bit south of there as the 7th result. So if they just do a little bit of improvement, they can work their way into that map pack and see the results from that. So I think that's an awesome opportunity. Here they're ranked low, but they're still being ranked. So again, this is like a great opportunity to expand their business inside of this service area. This business is doing well, and that diagnostically, they've got some places where they could expand their business. So let's look at how they would do that. We've already talked about how they could do that on their website, and especially related to their homepage. I think if they filled out their service offering and said a little bit more about who they are and how long they've been around, what neighborhoods they've served, that could be a big win in terms of improving their rankings in local search. So the next thing I want to look at is citations. Citations are third-party websites that build profiles of businesses, and citations are what Google looks at to understand how well known is this business. And so we can find, this report shows us all the places where electrical work shows up. So they're in some good places. They're on Bing and let's see, Google, Chamber of Commerce. They're in a couple places, so that's great. They've got a presence. We can see here this report ranks the citation value, and so we're very high. The one thing I do love doing is just doing a competitive report to see where competition is showing up that they're not. So anywhere that these are checked are places where the competition is showing up, but electrical work isn't showing up. And so I think a really big one is Facebook. Yeah, that's a missed opportunity for sure. Yelp, another big one. I know a lot of people look there, and even just having a presence is going to help them in local search. MapQuest, Yellow Pages. So there's a ton of places where this business could get listed. This is not difficult work. It does take a little bit, and I think the main thing here is just to make sure that your information is correct. So as long as it's correct across all these areas, you're going to be getting the boost in search and in visibility from this. So yeah, you can see there's a few other places. The last thing I wanted to look at was their reviews. So Electrical Work has 80 plus 5-star reviews. I think one of the things that people forget to look at is the recency of reviews. So I want to see that they're getting reviews here in like especially the last 3 months, but even just in the last 3 weeks. May, I'm recording this in May of 2025, May 15th. Going back to May and April, we want to make sure that they're getting reviews, and they are. So that's fantastic, because review recency is a ranking signal by Google. I think one of the things that gives me a little bit of pause is the fact that they have 79 perfect reviews on Google. Maybe this company is they do super high quality work. Nobody complains, and they're on point. And if that's the case, then that's excellent. I would say that there's a danger of perception in the sense of, if Google sees that you have only perfect reviews, they might suspect you of what's called review gating, which is where you're trying to divert reviews from being negative and only focusing on people who have positive experiences. So if Google finds that you're in violation of this policy, that there's some punishments that they can mete out that wouldn't be good for your business or for your search visibility. All right, so that does it for the audit. I did want to just leave you with some recommendations for electrical work. So we talked about the website and some like opportunities for ranking SEO electricians, Dallas, Texas. So adding the phone number to the top of the website homepage is just a win for consumers and for leads. Adding the address to all the pages is going to be a win for local search visibility. Adding more content to the website, I think that helps everybody. Like as a consumer, that helps me understand more about what you do, what neighborhoods you serve, and then that's also going to improve your local visibility. Let's see here. There's on reviews, make sure that there's no review gating happening. That's just something to be aware of. And then on citations is one of the biggest opportunities for local search. Getting citations on some of those other sites, Facebook, Yelp, MapQuest, Yellow Pages, is a great opportunity for this business to start moving up in the local search, and something that's not going to cost a lot of time and not going to cost a lot of money. It's just knowing that it's something to do, and then it's going to have the result that we're hoping for. I'm John from Voltage Shield. We do marketing for electricians, and I'm stoked to start starting these audits, and I will see y'all next week.